I wasn't scared to go to the gym because of what other people might think. I was scared to confront the person I've become. Something we have in common when beginning our fitness journey is that when we first start, we're afraid to look stupid. But for me, that wasn't the case. I was afraid to acknowledge how far I've let myself go mentally, and that my journey into fitness would expose that. My first 3 months in the gym didn't just change my body. It changed the way that I viewed fitness, and it changed the way I viewed myself. And I want to show you exactly what happened. In middle school, I was very active. I played every sport that they had to offer. I won trophies. I went to playoffs. I was the captain of the volleyball team. Well, co-captain. But once I got into high school, that all kind of faded. High school was a completely new territory that I was not ready for. High school was supposed to be a time where you found yourself, but I did the exact opposite. I lost myself completely. Since I wasn't a part of a team, I didn't go out as much. I didn't work out. So my social life kind of faded, and I was dealing with a lot of anxiety and just a lot of mental issues that I didn't know how to handle at the time. After high school, I started working full time, and that became my main priority. And I didn't know what it felt like to be me anymore. I didn't recognize myself. I couldn't tell you what my likes or my dislikes were. All I knew was work and home. So this past year, I got tired of living in that same cycle. After a while, my longing to be active again outweighed my fears. I had been letting my emotions control my entire life for so long that it was finally time to make a change. And so I started slowly. I started with home workouts that turned into gym workouts that turned into making challenges for myself. 3 months later, I turned into a completely different person, not just physically, but mentally. And I'm here to tell you everything that I learned along the way. This is what I wouldn't do if I was a beginner to fitness. I wouldn't follow people who can do things that you cannot do yet. And let me elaborate. I love my fitness girlies. I love watching my fitness girlies, and I love watching them bloom and grow and build their fan base. But a full timeline of just gym baddies with abs and big butts, I'm sorry, but it's true. Just a full timeline of that is not going to be beneficial to you. You're just watching someone be something that you want to be instead of trying to implement habits and workouts that can get you to that. I would recommend following people who are specifically here for beginners, like people who give you tips for beginner workouts or tips that can help you build better habits, because you're starting from scratch. And if you're trying to live up to somebody else's potential that they've been working years and years for, you're only setting yourself up for failure because you just haven't reached that level yet, and that's okay. What we need to work on are the basics. You need to learn what routine works for you, and you just need to learn more about your body and yourself first before we can get into those crazy workouts. I wouldn't make your routine too difficult. Your brain likes easy. It likes uncomplicated. It likes instant. So if you make your routine 50 million steps, your brain is not going to want to do it. It's too complicated, and it's going to repel you from the routine rather than attract you to it. Say, for instance, your goal is to wake up 5 a.m. in the morning and get ready for your day and do your workout routine. If you add it to your routine, I'm going to wake up and I'm going to ice roll, and then I'm going to do 10 minutes of yoga, and then I'm going to eat a well-balanced hearty breakfast, then I'm going to do a 10-step skincare routine, and then I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do that. First of all, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. There's absolutely no reason for your routine to be 5 million steps. Make it quick, make it easy, make it instant. I promise you, you could probably just take this one tip and leave this having everything that you need. Because if you just simplify your routine, it'll make life so much easier. So instead, when you wake up at 5 a.m., I would suggest that you pick your clothes out the night before so you already have that ready. And then you wake up, do a simple skincare routine, brush your teeth, get your hair all cute, eat a quick breakfast, something that's going to fill you with energy and that you'll burn off fast, like oatmeal. Have you a bowl of oatmeal. You don't have to make 3 eggs, 2 slices of turkey bacon, avocado toast at 5 o'clock in the morning. You don't have to do it. Make you a bowl of oatmeal and then head out the door. I promise you, simple wins. Take that tip wherever you go. I wouldn't scale watch. I feel like this is a basic tip, but a lot of us fall victim to it where we work out for not even a day. We work out one day, we go step on the scale and we see it's at the same number and we like, nothing's working. Babe, it's been 24 hours. What did you expect to happen? I'm talking to myself as well because I've done this where I stepped on the scale every single day. That's why it's important that you know your goals. I'm not trying to be a bodybuilder. I feel like if you're a bodybuilder and you like want to do competitions and stuff like that, then it's necessary. But if you're just trying to get a basic routine in, you just want to lose some pounds, everything doesn't have to be so complicated. I used to stand on the scale every single day and be upset when it wasn't moving how I wanted it to move. Don't fall victim to that. Me personally, I feel like you should weigh yourself like every couple of weeks. I wouldn't even recommend you do it weekly because even then it's causing this toxic cycle where it's like you're going to like work real hard and burn yourself out so you can see a specific number on the scale, and that's just not healthy. Do fitness because it brings you joy and it makes you healthy, not because you want to see a certain number on the scale. I wouldn't follow someone else's routine to a T, like down to the day. I wouldn't do that because everyone's goals are different. Like for me, when I first started, my priorities were my arms, my glutes, and my core. I don't really work out my legs because I have bad knees. You have to find out like what exercises you like or what exercises brings the most results for a certain thing that you want. Like for me, when I do arms, it's mainly focused on biceps because I want to be able to flex and have it poke out. And it's just as simple as that. So if I'm following someone's routine whose workout doesn't really include any bicep workouts, then I'm just wasting my time because I'm not going to end up reaching the goal that I want to reach. Stop being so mean to yourself. When you're catching the thought of you like being just like so mean to yourself, like say you're doing a set and you're like, oh, you suck, you can't even push this up. You knock that thought out of your head immediately. We have such a habit of just being so mean to ourselves, and we would never say that to the next person. We would never make somebody else feel the way that we make ourselves feel. And it's just so sad. And I used to do it too. And that's how I got to the point where I needed to change because I was just being so mean to myself. One thing that I've learned about fitness is that you have to learn to love yourself at every phase. It's going to be so many phases that you go through just in life in general. You have to love yourself when you're a beginner. You have to give yourself grace when you're a beginner. You have to love yourself when you're in the in-between, where you're not really a beginner, but you're not really advanced either. And learn to love yourself with whatever comes after that. So stop being mean to my friend or we're gonna have problems. Now I want to touch on the routine that worked for me that helped me gain the results that I did. Today's me, I would prefer to work out earlier in the day just because it feels better for me. But back at the beginning of this year, there's no way that was happening. There was no way I was waking up early in the morning to work out when at first I barely even wanted to do it. Why would I wake up extra early in the morning to do something that I don't even want to do in the first place? That was one of the reasons why I avoided it for so long as well, is because I was putting unrealistic expectations on myself. It's okay that I wasn't a morning person at the time. I just had to reevaluate the situation. After a while, I realized that that wasn't working, so I used to go to the gym after work. I would do whatever workout I had for that day. I would tire myself out and I would go home and sleep soundly. I also started only doing 3 workouts a week. Why are we so afraid of starting small, especially when it comes to fitness? We try to do too much in the beginning stages and it just completely turns us off to the idea of it as a whole. I started only doing 3 workouts a week, especially as a beginner, because you get sore more because you're working out muscles that you haven't worked out probably ever or in a long time. It was easier for me to do that because then I gave myself time to heal. Eventually, I was able to start up in my days where I started working out 5 days a week. After a while of doing that, I started to challenge myself. So I did a cardio and core challenge where that month I pretty much worked out every single day. And like I said, do not work out to someone else's routine if it doesn't fit your needs, if it doesn't fit your goals. My goal at the time was to challenge myself, so that's why I did it. If that doesn't sound like something you want to do, you absolutely do not have to do it. I did a cardio and core challenge where I did cardio and core every day. Even if I was like working out arms, I did core at the end and then I did cardio at the end of the workout. And then on the days where I wasn't lifting, I just did cardio and core. I say all that to say your tolerance for working out is going to build. You're not going to stay at the 3 workouts a week. So just because you start there doesn't mean that you're going to end there. That's why I'm trying to tell you that you don't have to be afraid to start small, because you're just going to grow and grow, and you probably end up doing some crazy challenges yourself that you never even thought that you would ever be able to do. So like I said, embrace that beginner phase. That beginner you is setting a pathway for the future you. I will always cherish those 3 months of hard work that I did, because it taught me some very valuable things. Doing things for others is easy, but when it comes to yourself, it's way harder than what it should be. And once you start choosing yourself, once you start putting in effort in yourself, you start respecting yourself, you start feeling different. Self-love is just proving to yourself that you can do something that you didn't think that you can do, and sticking to it and being consistent to it. It's just a different type of feeling, and it'll make you feel on top of the world. It'll actually make you feel a little bit cocky. Honestly, you gotta reel it in. You gotta be humble. Stay humble. This is a random fact. I used to be so terrified to order at a restaurant. Either it was at the speaker or it was at the actual restaurant, like an actual sit-down restaurant. I didn't want to place my order. I was so afraid of taking up space. I was so afraid to be seen. Even the smallest things like that would make me go completely over the edge. I would literally have to rehearse my lines when I was coming up to the speaker to order my food. Fitness is not just about your body. It's about your mind. And once I started taking fitness seriously, taking myself seriously, a lot of my anxiety just started to fade away. I realized that I was only having that anxiety because I didn't cherish myself, or I didn't view myself as important. And now I do. You don't need confidence to start. You build confidence by doing. And I just want to leave you with this one message. Don't be so driven by your body. Don't let your body be the main reason why you feel confident. For me, fitness is not about having a good body. I've been working out, I've been running, I've been doing all the things, but I really haven't been prioritizing my meals. So it's not even like the fitness is actually doing anything. It just makes me feel good. The act of doing fitness, the act of pushing myself is what makes me feel good. In my last video, I talked about resistance and how to break through it so that you can get to this spot right now. If you're interested to know more, you could click right here, and you can also subscribe to my channel today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.